around here.
Oh. Thomas, what's going on?
I stepped on a grape.
A grape?
Well, you know I'm allergic to these things. Hello and welcome to the Ant-Man and the Wasp review. We're really sorry this has taken a while for us to actually do this. There is a very good reason. This movie was supposed to come out on July the 13th. The only problem is that when I was also on holiday that day, celebrating my birthday. And another thing was that this movie was also in the UK was pushed back to August because of the World Cup. We were actually doing pretty well in the World Cup, and then we actually failed.
Never cared about the World Cup.
Sorry. Better late than never. So, yeah, this is our review on Ant-Man and the Wasp. Before we start, potential spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet,
Or Avengers Infinity War.
or Avengers Infinity War, it's probably best that you don't watch this unless you don't care about spoilers. So the story is that Scott Lang is Scott Lang, isn't it? Is Scott Lang?
Yeah, Scott Lang.
Scott Lang. He's under house arrest, and because,
During Civil War.
Yeah.
Also another spoiler for Civil War.
yeah, he's under house arrest, and Hank Pym and hopes that it's time to come in because there's a threat coming from the quantum realm, and also they need help to get their mother back.
Hope's mother.
Sorry,
Janet.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the movie in a nutshell. Again, we'll start off with the characters. I mean, the characters from like the first movie, you still really like in this one.
Yeah.
I really do like Paul Rudd as Ant-Man,
Yeah.
and I think, I like it that they didn't. Hold on. I like it that they didn't really use, a serious actor. Like I mean, Paul Rudd. He's been in serious movies, but he's more known to his comedy movies.
Yeah,
like Anchorman and
He was in
20 and the
He was
40-year-old
in Friends.
version.
He was in Friends, playing as Mike, Phoebe's boyfriend.
Yeah, he was Mike. He was in Friends. So I like it that they did that, because I think if they took, this movie too seriously, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, this is about a man that controls ants.
And shrinks.
Yeah, and shrinks. So there could have been, this movie could have, there's so much you could have done with this movie. I mean, the comedy really fits well. And
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like, there are, a couple of comedy moments that kind of take out the serious moments. And that's the Marvel formula, and really, that kind of annoys me a bit whenever you have a serious moment and it's just played out for a joke. That really annoys me in the film. Another thing, Michael Douglas as Hank Pym is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
He's fantastic in his role. You really believe what he's trying to do, and he's also trying to get his wife back in this one.
Yeah.
We even see Hope do more in this one as
Yeah.
well.
We finally get the Wasp.
Yeah, we finally get the Wasp. I'm still really gutted that they didn't have sort of a Sonic and Tails moment. When Sonic is just flying over it with Tails. I really wanted that to happen in the film.
Well, Ant-Man got his ants, yeah.
What?
He got his Ant-Man. He got his ants to fly.
No. I mean, if he has a moment where he can just hold on to her. Where there's could actually be a Mission Impossible moment where where he's
Well, they did try to do a Mission Impossible in the first movie.
No, I'm saying
ants.
this is still a Mission Impossible movie though.
Okay.
This is still pretty much a Mission Impossible movie with ants, but
Wasp.
Yeah, I know, but I really wanted to see a Sonic and Tails moment where where she's just flying, where thanks. And also we have a new character as well. We have what's his name? Lawrence Fishburne as
Ghost.
No, I'm talking about Lawrence Fishburne, you know, the guy with the glasses.
Oh, you mean Goliath?
Yeah, Goliath. We have Lawrence Fishburne playing Goliath. You know, he's fine in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, he's fine. And we also have Hank Pym's. We'll talk about Ghost.
Janet.
We'll talk about Ghost in a bit, but yeah, we have Janet. She doesn't really have that much screen time in this movie, so that's also another thing, because I thought this movie would have focused a little bit more on the quantum realm, like maybe like explore it a little bit more. But I thought this movie would have been perfect for that opportunity to explore the quantum realm, but we never really see it. We never. Well, I mean, we see it, but we don't really explore it. Like, what do you still know about the quantum realm?
That is another dimension, and that it can. Another dimension.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you really know. It's another dimension.
Like,
there's nothing really to listen. There's nothing really, you know, there's nothing really that really says, oh yeah, you know, like the quantum realm's really cool. This is why we shouldn't really go to it. Like that, I wanted to explore more of the quantum realm, but we never really do. Yeah, let's talk about the villain.
Yeah, Ghost.
Yeah,
interesting thing I found out about Ghost.
In the comics, I'm guessing it's going to start with in the comics.
Yeah, in the comics.
Yeah, I thought so. That's going to start with that.
Well, the comics is the original.
Yeah, I know, but you know.
Interesting thing about Ghost, that Ghost wasn't actually a female. It was actually a male. And he was actually an Iron Man villain, not an Ant-Man villain. Which is actually...
Well, actually, I mean... I guess that's actually thinking about that now. It's actually quite funny because, you know, I guess, you know, it's kind of fair for Ant-Man to take Iron Man's villain, because do you know who else was also Ant-Man's villain?
Who?
Ultron. And Iron Man stole Ultron. It makes sense.
So
makes sense.
So
it makes it even Stevens.
Yeah, which actually I kind of like, because now it gives me hope to have Craven as like Black Panther villain. They're making a Black Panther.
But I will say a bit this about, you know, Ghost in this film. She was one of the weakest parts of the film. Which is, I know that Marvel really have trouble with their villains.
Yeah.
But this year they have given us some of the best villains in the MCU. You know, villains with Thanos and even Killmonger. Those are like the two villains, you know, that people are just like, you're great. I want you. Like, you're great. You're great.
You can kill me. You can kill me.
Yeah, I know, but they're like great villains. And then you also have like Ghost in this one. I mean, she's not like the only villain in this movie. Like, you also have like that
Goliath.
No, not Goliath.
That business guy.
Yeah, the business guy. You also have the business guy, who's played by the guy from The Hateful Eight, and the villain who played the guy that played the villain in the Tomb Raider movie. You have him, and you also have that FBI agent who's really just there for a nuisance, and he kind of disappears for the whole movie, so he's just kind of pointless. Like, I mean, he would be fine. He would be fine for for the first scene there, but then they make him more part of the movie. I'm like, look, this guy just kind of like disappears. He kind of just comes and goes. You don't really need him in the movie. I don't know. I didn't really. He wasn't really needed for the movie. I like you know, what they do with, like, you know, the miniature and the large thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, how they actually incorporate that in the movie, like.
Ant-Man, in the first Ant-Man movie, they didn't do the whole big thing. They still kept the shrine.
Yeah.
But then in the Captain America Civil War,
we had Giant Man.
Yeah, Giant Man. And it was actually pretty cool to see. And then
it was pretty cool to see Giant Man. Yeah.
We learned that there's a side effects of you know, going big. You know, it makes you go all drunk.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Big Mac's running out of energy.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I like the action. I like how they incorporate, you know, something that's like so small. Like if you have like I don't know, like in a remote control or something, you throw it and you just make it look like big. I mean, that looks really cool to see. It's also really cool to see ants quite big as well. But there's nothing really that interesting in this movie about the direction. Like, originally this movie was going to be directed by Edgar Wright, who was responsible for Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, Scott Pilgrim, and most recently Baby Driver. And his style of editing, I thought, and his comedy and his style of editing, I thought, fantastic! You know, I would love to see that. I would love to see Edgar Wright take on a Marvel movie, but because Marvel didn't really, like, Edgar Wright wanted to do a Marvel movie, but Marvel didn't want to do an Edgar Wright movie. So sort of like saying that they didn't really like, you know, his style of editing and his camera work, which is really a letdown and disappointment because I think he's a really, really good filmmaker and I think he would have been perfect to direct it. But not that this director's bad or anything, but he's not really. But he's just kind of like a director who's just there. Is there anything else?
The secret endings.
You mean the
post-credits scene?
Yes. I kind of knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of knew it, but I was shocked who was going to happen.
No, I wasn't really that shocked.
Yeah, apparently what happened is that Ant-Man went back to the quantum realm to get some energy, and they put an Easter egg. Okay, never mind,
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it. But,
shut up!
Anyway, but Ant-Man went there, he's like, okay, can you guys pull me back, guys? And it shows like Hank, Hope, and Janet being turned to Thanos' snap finger, snapping his finger, erasing the entire universe. And now Scott is stuck in the quantum realm.
Yeah, he can't get out.
The ant playing
that was funny.
Drum.
But I feel like that could have been swapped over. Like I felt like that. The Ant playing drums post-credit scene could have actually switched over with the other post-credit scene. Yeah, so I guess we'll see how the...
I think they're trying to make us forget about that shocking scene.
No, I don't think that.
Like, okay,
they didn't do that for Infinity War, so why would that be an excuse?
Well, because Ant-Man's no matter how many times you snap your fingers, you're not gonna erase the universe. Oh, one of the friends, Ant-Man's friends. His work partners.
Yeah, again, like, I mean, they were funny.
Yeah, the scene when he was
explaining the story.
And putting the truth to him, I burst out.
Yeah, yeah, that was funny. No, but again, they were funny.
Yeah.
I didn't really think the other two were really relevant that much. Like, you have one with a really bad, with that American trying to do a really bad Russian accent.
I think it was Russian.
It was Russian. And you have him doing that really bad accent. But, I don't know, like, in the last film, I felt like he was more relevant. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like he had more funny scenes. Like, it had that moment where he was in the, what was it? When they were breaking through the house, and they were breaking through that door that was made by the same steel as the Titanic. Mm-hmm. And they were like, the thing is, this doesn't do good nice. Do you remember what happened to the Titanic? He was like, remember what happened to the Titanic? He'd be like, yeah, man, it killed DiCaprio. I thought that was really funny. But in this one, like, he had some funny moments, but at the same time, he kind of, it wasn't really as funny as the first one. Like that, what's up? Joke really juiced me out a bit. So I guess that's all we can really say about this movie. I mean, there was nothing really, I mean, it's fine, but nothing really happens in it. It's like you could probably just, skip to the post-credit scene on DVD and that'll be it. So let's give our rating. So you start.
I say 9 out of 10.
Why? It's just a question. Why?
It's just the movie's great. Actually, no, I changed my mind. It's a 10 out of 10, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I actually do like the movie. I do like the movie. It's actually really great, and
okay, well, can you explain why instead of just just say
I'm hoping explaining things.
Well, mate, you're on camera and you're in front of people, so you need to help them out a bit and explain why why you need to explain to your audience about why you say these things. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to say it just for the sake of it. Can you explain to them?
The movie, I like the characters. Actually, it's going to be a 9.5. Yeah, 9.
Okay, well, explain to them why.
Because the movie was great. The villain was weak, but it was interesting. The villain was interesting, weak. But it was the villain was weak but interesting. I like the characters. The Ant-Man was really great. Really like Hank Pym. He was pretty funny. Hope was also great. She showed sarcastic things, and I really like how they went to the quantum realm, and then they managed to save Hope's mother, Janet Pym, and
Okay, good. Well done. You explained it. How do you feel?
I feel like I want to know what you all thought.
My thought. I like this movie. I don't really have like any urge to see it again. I liked it. I had fun. I don't really have any urge to see it again though. I like Paul Rudd. I like Michael Douglas. I like Evangeline Lilly as the Wasp. I think Paul Rudd and Angelina Lilly. I think those three actually have some really good chemistry. I really liked the comedy somehow works, but I'm kind of like noticing more of the Marvel pattern now. So it took me a while. I'm a slow learner. But for me, I would give this movie a 5 out of 10. I think this movie is, quite average. I wasn't bored with the movie, but it's one of those movies where I don't really have like an urge to see it again. Maybe it's a 5, maybe it's a 6. I'll actually put it right here as soon as I actually decide. I liked it, but I didn't really love it, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I had fun with this movie. I had more fun with this movie than Guardians 2, so that's something.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't really agree with my opinion with Guardians 2, but I'm sorry, I just, I wasn't really a big fan of Guardians 2. Okay, so what do you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below, subscribe, and see you later. Bye.